y'all, it's us, Crystal and Caitlin, and today we're not in any sort of vehicle like usual, but we're in our very own backyard with some baby goats, and today we will be showing you our hometown.
This episode with Starr and Iva is especially special because this is where we're from, and I don't know anywhere else I'd rather live.
We are combining Starr and Iva into one episode because our communities are one. We share a school system, which is awesome. We see people wanting to move to the area all the time just because of our schools.
What's going on, folks? We are here in the Starr Iva community this week on Hometown Road Trip, and we could not come down here without coming to talk to the schools in District 3. We're here at Crescent High School. We got the principal, Cliff Roberts, here, and we've got one of the district representatives. You're going to tell us all about what's going on with the district, and that is Dylan McCullough. Guys, thank y'all for hanging out with us today. We're going to start off with you, Mr. Roberts. What can you tell us about all the stuff that's going on here at Crescent High School? Because I know there's been a lot of stuff, a lot of accolades, a lot of awards handed out. Tell us about some of the stuff going on.
Well, it's been a great year. We've had a lot of success in areas we've traditionally had success in. You know, our softball team's playing tonight in the state championship for game 2. Everyone come on out if you get a chance. But we've also had a lot of success in some areas that are new to us. Our band made the state championship for the first time in school history. Our girls golf team made the state championship for the first time in school history. We had the highest academic ranking in school history this year, and it pushed our district overall ranking in the top 5 in the state. So you always hesitate to do something like this because you don't want to leave anyone out. Right. And there's been so many good things that have gone on through our fine arts program with Miss Jordan and what she does with our art program, through athletics, which we always have a lot of success with, all the way through the academic success that we've been able to have. But the great thing about Crescent High School that always makes it the very best is our kids. And we've got great kids here. The leadership they've shown, the school spirit, the culture that we have is something we're very proud of.
Well, that's awesome to hear. Now, Dylan, I'm going to throw it over to you and let you tell, because Mr. Roberts didn't want you to steal none of his thunder on his stuff. So we're going to let you heard what Mr. Roberts said about all that. Now let's talk about the other stuff that's been going on in the district.
I think he did steal one of my things, because I was going to talk about how we were number 5 in the state. That was going to be my first thing that we was talking about. But, you know, that's our big thing that we started the year with, and I thought that was a big testament to what our students or teachers are doing in the classrooms every day. But really, I mean, K through 12, we're doing things that we've never done before, and things that have done before, we're doing them better. And I think it's just a testament to our community for supporting us in everything that we do.
Well, that is awesome. We know we support you guys down here, all that y'all do. We show up randomly and do videos with you guys quite often. Guys, thank y'all for hanging out with us today. We're making this a little bit short because we got a lot of stuff to do, because we got a lot of people to meet with. We met with the mayor. We met with Milky Way Farms. We're going to Mama Mentos. Greg went to Joy. We got a lot of stuff going on. So, guys, thank y'all for stopping in with us. We're gonna get down the road so we can get some other stuff, and we'll be here to see y'all with a pizza party later on this evening.
Yeah, sounds good.
Go Tigers.
We are Realty One Group, a lifestyle real estate brand that is doing things differently and untraditionally.
We are Crystal and Caitlin, a mother-daughter real estate team with Realty One Group Freedom. We too are known for our untraditional marketing, and this is one of the many reasons that we love Realty One Group.
If you got a problem and nobody can help, and you can find us, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Hey, in all seriousness, I'm Brian with A-Team Renovations, and I want to tell y'all a little bit about what we can do for you. It don't matter if you need hardwood flooring, one room painted, or a full house remodel, we got you covered. Number's 864-940-4915. and you'll love it when our plan comes together.
Afternoon, everybody. We're down here at the Starr Town Hall with Mayor Ed Sokol. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us today to tell everybody about the big town of Starr here.
Not a real big town, but we're proud of what we got.
Well, it's a small town, but I can say this, it has the biggest heart.
Everything we do is to support the community in the Starr area.
And the population of town, which kind of surprises me because we feed at least twice as many every day.
Probably. Right now, I think the census is around 170, 75, somewhere in there. It's down a little bit in previous years, but as far as the residents within the municipality, it's around 170, 75.
And you guys did a upgrade with the playground equipment. Was it last year?
We did. We replaced our playground equipment last year, and had some good funds come through for that. Most of it from the state on grants. And this Starr walking track and playground area is used every day by a lot of people. It's a very popular spot.
And tell us about some of the big events that are held annually down this way.
Well, annually we have our back to school bash, which will be coming up when right before school starts this school year. We'll have our 4th of July celebrations always on or about the 4th of July. Have a Starr Fall Festival. It's always the first Saturday in November, and looking forward to having a good show and a good turnout this year.
Well, Mayor, is there anything else you'd like to add to it?
One other thing too, I'd like to say an appreciation to the Harrell family, because they have been very supportive in just about anything we attempt to do, and some things that they have brought forward themselves. And like I say, we're fortunate to have them as friends of Starr.
Hey everybody, coming to you live from the Vernon Hacienda down here in Starr. I'm with Jamie Vernon, the Vice President of Joy Comes. Jamie, man, we appreciate you taking the time to meet with us here today. I know with everything that we've done in the town of Starr, you guys have always been a huge part of it, but that's also a small part of what Joy Comes means. So you want to explain to everybody how you guys got started and the meaning behind Joy Comes?
Yeah, meaning behind Joy Comes is just simply we exist to bring joy. I mean, that's what it was. The organization was established. It's a nonprofit that my wife Hannah Vernon, she established. I guess it's about 3 years ago now, somewhere there. And we do a lot of work here. We're about 50% stateside missions, 50% overseas missions, and we're here. And overseas, we're in Honduras a lot. Here we do a lot of stuff here. In the Anderson area, Greenville area, Philadelphia. Actually, Hannah's in Philly right now. That's why
we miss you, Hannah.
Myrtle Beach. So we're kind of all over the place here in the U.S., especially here in some of the different housing areas that we go and work with the kids and do food drives and things. That's kind of just a quick, broad brush stroke of what the types of things we do here in the Anderson area.
In real estate, they tell you the most important thing is location, location, location. And yes, that is true. And our location is awesome. We are in the middle of 3 lakes, Lake Secession, Richard B. Russell, and Hartwell. We are about halfway between the beach and halfway between the mountains. So it's a very good location.
Serving the upstate and surrounding areas with dedication and commitment. Electric City Insurance Service is your local insurance company. Need insurance for your home or business? We've got you. Auto, RV, or motorcycle coverage? No problem. New driver or less than perfect driving record? That's okay. We've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Electric City Insurance is best. Get the one-on-one insurance expertise you deserve. Call 760-1020 today or stop by for a free quote.
With over 1,800 acres, Genesee Creek can offer any kind of experience that you may be looking for. You can go dove hunting, quail hunting, deer hunting, skeet shooting, and they can kind of customize the experience to what you expect. depending on who's coming with you, if it's a special event, if you just need a hunting shrimp to get away, they can customize that for you and make it exactly what you need it to be.
This space is called the lodge, or also known as the tractor shed. If you want to have a reception, birthday party, any kind of event that you want to do, this is absolutely a beautiful place to do it.
Your visit to Genesee Creek can be as simple or as extravagant as you'd like. The houses are very luxurious with higher end finishes. There are several different options for staying depending on the reason for your visit. They're all absolutely gorgeous.
Welcome to the Quail House.
Every project brings different types and amounts of waste, and it can be difficult to know exactly how to choose the right size container. At Local Waste Management, we offer a number of options and equipment to efficiently meet your needs.
This morning we're down here at Milky Way Farm. I'm with Iris Barham, 4th generation with the Peeler family. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us this morning and tell us a little bit about this wonderful meal.
Hi, I am proud to be the milkman's daughter. In fact, my brother Davis and I are the 4th generation to bottle and sell milk. When we moved here in 1987, we left Cherokee County as the last dairy in Cherokee County. We're proud to say we're still the last dairy here in Anderson County today, where we produce all A2 milk. So 2 years ago, we started milking with robots. So here at Milky Way Farm, the cow milks herself. And you heard that right. She literally comes and goes as she pleases. And at her leisure, they milk themselves about 2.7 times a day,
oh, wow.
Which is kind of an odd number. So what's that mean? One day she may milk herself 3, another day she may milk herself 2. We do milk all Jerseys, and that's all we plan to milk as far as breed. They have higher calcium and higher protein in their milk, and we do full fat, full cream line milk, and that is one thing that sets us apart and why it tastes so good is we never rob any protein or cream out of the milk.
All right, Iris, let's go check this operation out.
Okay. Okay, Greg, we're gonna go into the robotic milking facility.
All righty. And this is step 1 with the process?
It is.
All right.
So I'm going to change the screen right here so we can see what's going on, and it's just a touch screen. But this cow right now is actually having her teeth cleaned, and that's what we do as a double bypass to make sure that everything's removed before we collect the milk.
So you guys have been doing this type of, and who would have known that how it's evolved from, you know, what I've seen in my school, you know, sitting on the stool milking a cow to this?
Greg, it's absolutely amazing. When I was in high school, they told me I'd milk cows with robots, and I thought of the Jetsons, the little robot that went around their house. That's what I pictured as a robot. I could not envision how that technology would change. But if my great-grandfather, Jasper Peeler, saw how we were milking cows today and even jugging milk today, he would probably just stand in awe. Because even my father, people will say, "Are you happy with the robots?" And Dad said, "The only thing I regret is not doing it sooner."
So when you guys first started bottling milk, how did you get it from the cow into the jugs?
Well, if you ask when Jasper Peeler did it, he was going to be pouring out of buckets into glass containers and going door to door and delivering on porch steps. Can't do that anymore. Today, we pump out of these tanks into our pasteurizers or our fillers that are behind me. But there's a pretty important piece of equipment that's on this that differentiates us from some other products out there, in that we have a plate cooler. So a cow's body temperature is about 102 degrees. We need that milk rapidly cooled, and we use a plate cooler. So by the time the cow's milk leaves the robot and comes to this tank, it is cooled within a minute to 40 degrees.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty important for our raw milk sales, and that's one reason that we can safely sell raw milk here in South Carolina.
Okay, awesome. And with the flavoring, how does that actually come into play?
Okay, let's take a walk over here.
Wow.
So what we have here is 3 vat pasteurizers, and this is where we make the flavors as well as the white milk that's pasteurized. Our key product line and the bread and butter to our business, so to speak, is the raw milk. But like I said, people do like chocolate milk, and they're very engaged with the flavors. In South Carolina, the definition of raw milk is unaltered milk.
Okay.
The minute I add cocoa or sugar to milk, I've altered it. So by definition, we have to pasteurize our flavored milks according to state regulations. And the secret to our chocolate milk, so when my dad was old enough to start driving an 18-wheeler, he did haul milk into Peeler's Dairy, and he spent enough time in the creamery. He learned some secrets to Peeler's chocolate milk, which in my opinion at the time was the best chocolate milk in the world. And that was the cocoa that was used. And today we still use that same cocoa.
Oh, wow.
But there's also some other things that happen behind the scenes that really make our flavors good. And that is how Chef Davis, because he really is a chef when he's in this creamery making these products. And the order of operations is pretty crucial to what that product tastes like.
We're about to wrap it up down here at Milky Way Farm with the Peelers and Miss Barham. But Iris, I tell you what, I can't wait till everybody sees this episode with how this operation works. There's a lot more to it than what I thought. And I appreciate Moo tricking Mr. Peeler here and Davis coming over here to being on this episode. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate this fine product that y'all bring in our store and that you guys offer to the public. And if anybody hasn't tried it, you don't know what you're missing, that's for sure. Anything I left out in this, Iris, or whatever, before I kill this good old chocolate milk here?
Yeah, where's Iris? Enjoy it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
When you need a tree removed, you need someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. Licensed and insured for your peace of mind. Free estimates because cost counts.
Hi, I'm Melanie McCollum with Lumberjack Tree Service, servicing the Anderson and surrounding areas. We're fully licensed and insured and ready to handle all of your tree service needs. You can reach us at 864-642-7705. No job is too big or too small.
Looking for top quality custom apparel and signage for your business or organization? Trust the experts at Brady Screen Printing and Embroidery.
This is Kay Gray of Brady Screen Printing.
Trust the experts at Brady Screen Printing and Embroidery.
Yes, sir. Would you like screen printing or embroidery?
From custom t-shirts and hats to promotional signs and banners, our experienced team can create it all.
Just let me know how I can help you out. Thank you, sir.
Give Cade Gray a call today at 864-617-8999.
Here today with Mike Mentos, the operator and owner here of Mama Mentos. Mike, man, give us a little bit of rundown about Mama Mento, her history, and then also Vera's Delight, man. You can get it all right here.
Well, Mama Mentos was actually birthed when we were younger. Regarding my family, we've always long talked about what would it be like to run a restaurant, not particularly a pizzeria, but growing up, my grandmother, which is Vera Minto, all of my recipes come from her. Long story short, I was in law enforcement for about 6 years, and the Lord led me up to the upstate, and I actually policed for Iva Police Department. So during that time, the Lord was just cultivating in my heart to start a restaurant. And I remember even speaking to Cade Gray, talking to him and saying, hey, I think I should open a New York style pizza joint. He's like, oh, I think that would be phenomenal here in Iva. Didn't think much of it. I end up leaving Iva Police Department, going on to the state, but that's when the Lord just kept saying to me, let's go do this, your true desire of your heart. You know what I mean? I always had a passion for food. In 2017 to 2018, I actually come down here. This was the old building for Griff's Garage, a hot dog shop. Long story short, we end up purchasing the building about a year prior to opening in 2018 in January. And I always kind of chuckled because when we first opened up, I didn't know what to do as far as the food business. I had a good working knowledge, but to employees, to all that kind of stuff was just an overwhelming experience the first year. So we took all of my grandma's recipes, we added some of our own, but that's when we decided to birth this place.
My favorite, I'm going to say, is the lasagna. My second favorite might be the chicken Alfredo.
Yes.
And you got to add the shrimp to that to make it right.
Yes. And how I started with the ice cream business, Vera is actually my grandmother's first name, and I actually started at age 17 in Pennsylvania. I started at Brewster's Ice Cream. Everything was birthed from a vanilla and chocolate base, so during that time, I took what I knew. Our recipe is our own, but I took the principles of making homemade ice cream. So that's when I did everything. Started from one flavor and we worked our way up to 17 different flavors. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So all of our ice cream is made on site, just like our dough for the pizza place. We love the concept of scratch made, making everything from scratch. Now, obviously, we can't do it all, you know what I'm saying? But people have always asked me, what is your secret ingredient in all of your stuff? And I always say it's the love and the passion for the food.
Is your grass overgrown? Is it so high it makes you want to groan? A cut above lawn care and landscaping is just one phone call away. Licensed and insured, A Cut Above Lawn Care and Landscaping has over 35 years of turning out-of-control backyards into barbecue-ready oasis. Give the professionals at Cut Above Lawn Care and Landscaping a call at 864-221-1131.
Madden Motors, where our word and a handshake still means something. Shop MaddenMotor.com for quality and dependability you can count on.
Hey guys, we are here with Coach Sheldon Evans of the Crescent High School Fighting Tigers. Man, we have been doing Tiger Talk for almost 6 seasons, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This guy right here has helped us get everything ready so we could do the show. He's helped me walk through with the audio because if you don't know, Sheldon, you can hear him all over this stadium during a football game. But if we're doing Tiger Talk, you won't hear him.
Yeah. If you was here yesterday at the end of practice, you would have heard the So rough day yesterday.
Part of it, ain't it?
Yep,
Part of it.
Part of it.
So we're going into Tiger Talk this year. We've got a lot of construction going on. Tell us about what y'all are expecting this year coming into football season.
So, so far we're right in the middle of spring ball. Things are going well. I believe we have roughly 80 plus or so kids out, which is, once again, it's tremendous numbers. I think the difference this year so far is, when kids get out here, they want to play football, and then it takes a couple of days before they really figure out they really want to play football. But so far, we've been able to retain everyone, and everybody keeps coming back. There's definitely a different energy, different buzz about this year. I think some of our younger kids are growing up. We had a lot of young kids, a tremendous sophomore class that's going to be juniors. Of course, we'll add some younger kids and some older kids to that group. But so far, man, it has been a pleasure. We've got some new coaches. year after year, that kind of thing happens. We were able to replace some coaches. We've got some really great coaches on the coaching staff. We got some really good young players coming in. So I'm excited where we are. Today we'll actually put on full pads and actually hit a little bit. Once again, that's a kind of another telling story about where you are as a football. It's easy to run around out here, Coach McCoy, but it's easy to run around out here with a helmet on, just not hitting anyone. So we'll see today. If any of them change their mind about football.
Yeah, because when you're playing football, that first hit is going to decide whether or not you're going to be doing. And when we were playing, Watson Hayes used to love getting behind me on the drills, because more especially the tire drill.
Yeah.
He would get behind me because I wasn't as fast as Watson. And he would take me on the third tire and roll me up that hill. So by the time after like the second drill, I wouldn't even hit the third one. I just turn around and nail him. So that was our practice and our drill. Coach Farr quite loved that. It was entertaining all day. But with this, you said y'all have the spring game this week, right?
So Thursday we're going to do a little spring game, the best we can. We kind of divide the team up once again the best we can, and actually let them scrimmage a little bit. So we'll have a gold and white team. Unfortunately, we can't scrimmage anyone else. It's ourselves, but it gives these guys a chance to actually play football, an actual game, and not run around in helmets, and gives us a good measuring stick going into the summer where we are depth chart wise too, because that's the main purpose is not to get anyone hurt in the spring ball or springtime. We don't want to do that and lose anybody for the season. But it also gives us a chance to look at that depth chart. And then when we start the summer, June 5th, then they can constantly battle for those positions as we go throughout the summer to move up the depth chart or go down the depth chart.
Okay, quick question. How are y'all doing in the weight room? Because y'all have got an amazing weight room down here.
No doubt.
How's your guys looking in the weight room?
I'm glad you asked that, actually. So we went from there's some standards on the wall. So I have it broken down, but freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors, what they should do before they leave in your squat, power clean, and bench. And so what we did this time when we tiger tested, we had more kids make those boards than we ever have so far.
That's awesome.
That is a commitment to the kids. I've been preaching the weight room all for 5 seasons now. And finally, we more than doubled it, the amount of kids that's on the boards in there.
That's awesome.
So they're reaching those goals. You want a bunch of 300-pound benchers, you want some 225 power clean, 400-pound plus squatters. And to do that, you need to come in as a freshman. You need to make this goal, then you need to go here and here. So they're starting to buy in a little bit more. We also started a weight chart in there, because forever I thought I was coaching a dang swimming team or something. All my guys were losing 20, 30 pounds. I'm like, guys, stop losing weight. Football players are big and thick and strong. So we started every week we weigh them, and they're able to see their weight. We give them weight gains and goals, and so they're doing really good. So I'm extremely pleased where they are in the weight room, or where we are right now as a football program in the weight room.
Very cool.
Moo just let me get a word in them.
Well, these are the things that
it's been a long time since we've talked.
And me and Shaq, really, do you have any idea about football? Do you know anything about football? Do you know the quarterback stands behind the center? You know the quarterback throws the ball to the wide receiver, and you know what a first down and a touchdown is.
There you go.
Am I wrong?
I'll tell you what. I like good seats at football games. I like that.